Another good talking point, Mike. Mage and Kingsbarns. You got two horses that are a lot of people in the YouTube comments, especially I see, are a lot of people like these two horses. No jockey seems to like these two horses. What's going on? Like, who should ride Mage and Kingsbarns? And on top of that, before we say that, are you worried if you support these horses that we are a week away from the post draw and we have no idea who's going to ride either horse?
Kingsbarns, yes. Mage, no. For the simple reason that Kingsbarns is a Todd Pletcher horse, right? I mean, you'd think that he can make a phone call and get the jockey that he wants to be on that horse, considering it's also your Louisiana Derby winner. And the fact that we are sitting here and everyone's like, meh, well, let me see how this plays out, or I'm going to go over here, or I'm going to go over there. To me, that's much more of a concern than when you're looking at a horse like Mage, just because, look, Mage's connections, it's Gustavo Delgado, it's more of a Florida connection. The horse has never run outside of Florida. To me, there's many more question marks about when you get the call for that horse versus when you get a call for Kingsbarns. I've seen Raylu connected to both of these. It will be interesting to see if he actually gets a call for either of them. The jockey pool is starting to thin out. It's not like there's like this eclipsed award-winning jockey just waiting there to ride the Louisiana Derby for Todd Pletcher, and that, to me, is significantly more concerning when you look at these two.
I could see Raylu being a good choice for it. You know, he'll be there because that weekend because he's got Kentucky Oaks Mount, atop Oaks Mountain South Lawn. So you could see that happen. Curtis Manless suggests Frankie Dettori. The question with Dettori, we don't even know if he's going to be in the country because you've also got the, is it the 1,000? I'm terrible with remembering the European names. They're going to get murdered in the YouTube comments for it. But there's a top European race for 3-year-olds that is also the same day, same weekend as the Kentucky Derby. And Dettori without a Baffert type horse to ride, I think that might be where it happens. You know, Michel Jaramillo could come up from Gulfstream. You could see him go back to, I think Edgar Prado was on him when he won his debut race on Pegasus Day. Johnny V, good suggestion. He's already named on Reincarnate. So John Velasquez is going to go there. Mike Smith, maybe. I'm seeing a lot of people who claim to say that Mike Smith, that's what he wants. I'd love to know how everybody knows what Mike Smith is doing. And you know, you all got good contacts with Mike Smith. That's fantastic. Here's the one. Jose Ortiz seems to me like the giant question mark because you would think being, you know, having been at Gulfstream all winter, you think he would go to Mage. Is he waiting on Kingsbarns? If he's waiting on Kingsbarns, why haven't they decided? Is there something wrong with Kingsbarns? Like what is happening here?
Yeah, I mean, he's never ridden Mage before, right? He's been ridden by Perez, Castellano, and Saya. So
Perez, thank you.
He never has ridden him, at least. Kingsbarns, I am surprised this hasn't been announced that it's going to be Jose Ortiz already. Because it's a Pletcher. It makes sense. He rides for him in New York all the time. To me, the fact that it hasn't been announced makes me... my concerns about Kingsbarns get even greater. Because this seems like the natural fit. This should have already happened. It's like this trade to the Jets where we've been waiting for it for a month and a half. We all knew it was going to happen, yet it didn't happen. Except in horse racing, when it doesn't happen, it makes you concerned because you don't know, is the jockey waiting for something else? Is he hoping some other mount opens up? Is it because he doesn't necessarily believe in the horse, or but there's no one else really left to even ride at this point outside of Mage. That's a sub 20-to-1 horse, 25-to-1 horse. So it's just kind of crazy here is how this plays out. That you know what a lot of people are saying is the third best horse in this class, fourth best horse in this class has no mount for the Kentucky Derby, and you've got an eclipse-winning jockey who rides for the trainer all the time who has not taken it yet. It's a big-time head scratcher.
All right, thank you for clarifying. Everybody said Mike Smith says this, and finally somebody said, thank you, Shoddy, where that actually came from. Cite your sources, people. Said in an interview his name was in the hat, so that's good to know. It's crazy. There's a lot of top jockeys. Juan Hernandez gets thrown out. He won't ride. He has zero connection to Pletcher or really to Spendthrift even. Juan Hernandez finding out at Derby season right now what the downside is to tying yourself to all the Baffert horses as well. All right, if none of them are going to make it for a different trainer, you're not going to have a chance there.
I wouldn't be shocked if he got a call from the Mage connections.
Really?
I mean, if you think about the style of horse that Mage is and the type of rider that Hernandez is, the get him out early, the more of a... I mean, he's a good rider overall, but he's very good on speed horses and getting horses out of the gates and what Mage has struggled on. There is somewhat of a natural fit there, and if you're a Mage's ownership group and you're looking at who is available, if you cross everybody off the list that's taken already, Hernandez has to be in the top 5 available jockeys, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, the guy is an absolute freak of nature riding at Santa Anita. Easily the best jockey at Santa Anita, especially on dirt. So if you have, you know, one of the top circuits in the country in California, the top jockey there doesn't have a Derby mount, yeah. But I think it'll be curious to see. I think Hernandez, what would help him is if he's got other horses, maybe for D'Amato, that are going to a turf race. He needs to have something else that's going to draw him over there, and I think that will increase the chances of his agent being able to say, hey guys, put Juan Hernandez, he's coming, he needs a ride. That'd be a good one. As far as Kingsbarns, who do you think would be a good jockey to ride this, to give him a chance?
I mean, I think Raylu actually would be a great choice for either of these horses, right? Because they both, Kingsbarns, you want to get out, you want to get position, you want to set the horse up well. Raylu is very good at doing that. He can judge the speed of a race very well. He understands when to go, when not to go. And same with Mage. I mean, like, Mage wants to have a Kingsbarns-esque trip. Both of these horses want to be sitting probably somewhere between the 2nd and 4th or 5th spot in the race around the first turn. And look, Raylu's generally very good out of the gate. He's been on fire recently. Again, if we're looking at the top 5 jockeys without a mount, he is definitely on that list for me. So I would love to see Raylu get a shot here on either of these horses.
RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track across the country. We're ramping up for the 2023 Kentucky Derby, and we want you to join us in the fun. Subscribe to Racing Dudes YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you never miss a single video. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.